If you're looking for some movies or TV shows featuring time travel romance, in this video, we will recommend the top 10 time travel romance movies. So check it out. Number 10, 27 Memory Lane, 2014. Director, Luke Hupton.
The lower cranium. I'm going to speak to Dr. Langley, move some appointments around. Dr. Pennyforth needs to go home.
Set over the lifetime of divorced general practitioner August Pennyworth, whose life has been under a gray cloud since an event that took place when he was 27 years old, August Pennyworth finds himself the recipient of a special gift after an act of selfless kindness, an antique door that when fitted to his house leads to a cobbled street lost in time where there lies a shop, an endeavor for every year he has ever lived. Returning to his 27th year, he sets out to expose the secrets that have haunted him for so long and track down the one girl who changed everything. Number 9, Sin Fin, 2018. Director, Cesar Esteban Allende. When shy and socially awkward Javier meets Maria, a lively, outgoing, and cheerful girl, it is the beginning of a beautiful romance. But 15 years later, the relationship is no longer so idyllic. Javier's obsession with his work and Maria's unfulfilled dreams have taken their toll on the relationship, and especially on Maria. Javier realizes that there is only one way to help her. He must travel back in time to rewrite his last day with Maria. It's romantic and bittersweet, but also delivers a powerful message with a great, impactful ending, all of which helps elevate it beyond the sum of its parts. Number 8, Happy Accidents, 2000. Director, Brad Anderson.
To work.
What?
They both better slow down.
After experiencing romantic disappointments, Ruby Weaver begins to despair of not finding the man of her dreams. Until the day she meets Sam Deed, a newcomer from Dubuque, Iowa. It's love at first sight, but their relationship quickly takes a strange turn. Just as Ruby seems to be entering her first healthy relationship, Sam starts raving about a traveler from the year 2470. On the advice of her shrink and her best friend Gretchen, Ruby will have to decide if she and Sam can see a future together. Number 7, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things, 2021. Director, Ian Samuels.
Oh. So, what have you been up to with infinite time?
Oh, like solving crimes and teaching myself how to drive.
Two teenagers trapped in an endless time loop set out to find all the tiny things that make that one day perfect. Mark, a witty, happy-go-lucky teenager who finds himself stuck in a time loop, living the same day. When his world turns upside down. When he meets the mysterious Margaret, who is also trapped in the same time loop. Mark and Margaret form a magnetic partnership, setting out to find all the little things that make that day perfect. A love story with a fantastical twist, as the two struggle to figure out how and if to escape their never-ending day. Number 6, Kate and Leopold, 2001. Director, James Mangold.
Eres un flipper.
No conoce nuestras costumbres.
¿Por qué te levantas?
Siempre lo hago cuando una dama abandona la mesa.
An English duke from 1876 is inadvertently dragged to modern-day New York, where he falls for a plucky advertising executive. Kate McKay is a dynamic New York executive who has all the requirements to succeed in her professional life. She is a true businesswoman of the 21st century. Meanwhile, Leopold, the third Duke of Albany, is the perfect gentleman, charming and single, of the late 19th century. Life has made them cynical. They no longer believe in true love. But when a crack in the fabric of time precipitates Leopold to present-day New York, their paths will cross and romance will ensue. Number 5, The Lakehouse, 2006. Director, Alejandro Agresti.
No, it's April 14th, 2006.
It's the same day, 2 years apart.
Can this be happening?
A lonely doctor who once occupied an unusual lakeside house begins to exchange love letters with its former resident, a frustrated architect. They must try to unravel the mystery behind their extraordinary romance before it's too late. Accustomed to the quiet of her Illinois home, Dr. Kate Forrester moves into a busy Chicago hospital. What pains her most is the thought of giving up her beautiful wooden house with its huge windows overlooking the lake. Instead, she rents it to a stranger, leaving a note asking him to forward her mail to the new address. Alex Weiler, the new tenant, is a frustrated and talented architect who has a special connection to the house. Number 4. The Time Traveler's Wife, 2009. Director, Robert Schwenke.
When you're a lady,
There's no such thing as time travelers.
well, if you hang around long enough, you'll see me disappear.
1 second he was there.
Claire has loved Henry forever. She is convinced that they are destined for each other, even if she never knows when they will be separated. Henry is indeed a time traveler. He suffers from a very rare genetic anomaly that forces him to live according to a different flow of time. He comes and goes through the years without the slightest control over this phenomenon. Even though Henry's travels separate them without warning, even though they don't know when they'll meet again, Claire desperately tries to make a life for herself with the one she loves above all else. Number 3. Palm Springs, 2020. Director, Max Barbakow.
Dance. You know the officiant? He's got a bag of sweets in his pocket.
You're right. Got him.
Stuck in a time loop, two wedding guests develop a budding romance while living the same day over and over again. Niles meets Sarah, the maid of honor and family black sheep. After he rescues her from a disastrous toast, Sarah becomes drawn to Niles and his offbeat nihilism. But when their impromptu tryst is thwarted by a surreal interruption, Sarah must join Niles in embracing the idea that nothing really matters, and they begin wreaking spirited havoc on the wedding celebration. Number 2. 13. Going on 30, 2004. Director, Gary Winnick.
Something really freaky is happening here. I slept in an apartment I've never seen before. There was a naked man in my shower and I saw his...
What Jenna Rink wants above all else is to become a pretty popular girl, capable of achieving anything she sets her mind to. For now, that's not the case. So when on her 13th birthday she receives the biggest humiliation of her life, and in front of the boy she likes, which is the worst, Jenna really wants to change her existence, get out of there, and have no one remember her ever again. The next day, the teenager is surprised to discover that her body has changed. She is no longer the girl from the day before, but has become a 30-year-old woman. Her dream has come true, but Jenna's happiness is not guaranteed. She soon discovers how difficult it is to live in the world of adults and wishes to return to her former self. Number 1. Midnight in Paris, 2011. Director, Woody Allen.
Reload along.
Oh!
That's great. We can spend some time together.
I think we have a lot of commitments, but I'm sure it's... Well,
What?
While on a trip to Paris with his fiancée's family, a nostalgic screenwriter finds himself mysteriously going back to the 1920s every day at midnight. Gil Pender is a screenwriter and aspiring novelist. Vacationing in Paris with his fiancée, he has taken to touring the city alone. On one such late-night excursion, Gil encounters a group of strange yet familiar revelers who sweep him along, apparently back in time, for a night with some of the Jazz Age's icons of art and literature. The more time Gil spends with these cultural heroes of the past, the more dissatisfied he becomes with the present.